9, just a quick announcement. I put it in WebEx, so it's there when you, at least for the people who are face-to-face, when you get into WebEx. So we are right here. We've got, this will be the last quiz of the unit. So we've got one on Friday. Yes, quizzes are kind of a Friday thing in this unit. Don't know why. And then this is next week. So next week, I kind of alluded to it earlier. Next week, Monday, we'll have just a short class live session about the EMPT, which is the University of Wisconsin System Math Placement Tests. So if you're going to a UW system school, any school, this is what you're going to take. We're going to do a practice on Tuesday just to see where your placement level is. But taking that placement test is as much knowing how to play the game as it is knowing math. Okay. And so we're going to give you a Cliff Notes version of how to play the game, and the game holds for the actual test too. So, and then you're going to see that when you know how to play the game, you do really well, actually. Yeah. Algebra, geometry, algebra 2, and just a little bit of SOHCAHTOA. And maybe a unit circle value. Okay. So, and we'll get more into it on Monday. It's nothing to worry about. It's more, actually, the bigger thing to worry about is knowing how to play the game by the rules. And we'll get into those rules on Monday. And then that brings me to unit circle, because we need it and everyone struggles with it. So we're going to do unit circle on day 12, which is next week, Tuesday, kind of Monday on Tuesday, but really Tuesday in the schedule. But in Blackboard, there are some unit circle tutorial videos for you, some fun skill building games to play, kind of beat the clock sort of thing. And then I'm going to have an assessment in Blackboard that I'm going to put it under the AP prep standard, because right now there's nothing in there. I usually save it for when we start reviewing for the exam and stuff like that. And I'm just going to throw summative grade in there. And the idea is that the Blackboard assessment is going to be something that you can take over and over and over again. And you just take it as many times as you can. And if you once you get that perfect score, I'll stick an A in there. And really what that will do is basically it offsets a bad test score somewhere in semester 1. So that's really what it boils down to. So any questions about that? All right. I figured I might as well have a weird week on the shortest week of the year. So that's what we're going for. Okay. So back to our people. Hi, people. Gosh, I hope you can hear me. Didn't even ask that at the beginning of the hour. I guess I'm getting pretty confident. So can you hear me? Uh-oh. Well, watching the speaker. I guess we'll take that as a yes. I think I heard us. Anyway, okay, so unit 5 day 9. So the takeaway from the notes. So we have this thing, it's called the first derivative test to find a critical point in extreme values, and we have a second derivative test to find the same thing, extreme values. So the idea is that we've got 2 ways to find and to verify extreme values. And so that just gives us more tools to kind of attack the problem with. The second derivative test is necessary when only specific values are given. So like when we have a table, that second derivative test can only really tell us something that's happening at a specific point in our domain. Because we don't have our function, we can't compare derivatives and stuff on either side of the points that we're given. So then we know that we can only use tables and the second derivative test to make conclusions about local extrema. So do I have a local max? Do I have a local min? If we had functions, we could use either test, and you'll see that in tonight's notes. Okay, so how is concavity related to the second derivative? That was our central question. And so we know concavity is related to the second derivative. So the idea is that if we find that second derivative, that we know, maybe I missed the point a little bit here, but at those critical points, we verify that concavity, the F double prime. And if we have a negative F double prime, we know we're concave down. If we have a positive X double prime, we know we're concave up. So any questions about that? Okay, so the tricky thing is relating the value of F double prime to F prime. That seems to be the tricky part. We have to realize that when F double prime is positive, it means F prime is increasing in value. When F double prime is negative, it means F prime is decreasing in value. Okay. Okay, so we have day 9 topic questions. We didn't have too many people getting into the topic questions yesterday, so I'm watching that percentage really closely today to make sure people are getting in there and trying those questions. And then the homework is day 10 notes and the second derivative test in con, and I think that about covers it. All right, so I'm going to stop the video recording.